Contrary to popular belief, you don't need proof of sales in order to make sales in the make money online niche, okay? There are a lot of beginners, right, who want to get started, doing affiliate marketing, promoting courses using digital marketing to promote digital products and all that type of stuff, right? There are a lot of beginners who want to get started, but they don't because they are under the wrong impression that the only way to make sales selling some of these courses or so is by showing proof of the fact that you're making money with those courses. And I don't blame them because a lot of the things that they see online, right, on the various different social media platforms, like all the biggest, affiliates and the people making the biggest number of sales and all that type of stuff, they are basically essentially flashing, like basically making income claims, or showing results that they've been getting as a result of as basically they bought the course and then they resold the course and they're making sales, right? And a lot of people think a lot of people think that if you don't have any sales of your own as proof to show that, oh, what you're doing actually works, then there's absolutely no way to make a sale, okay? And that is absolutely just not the case, okay? you know and here's a problem, right? Here's a problem because a lot of beginners, especially, right, they get started online in the make money online niche, right? And they try to come across, or like try to fake authority, right? They try to come across as if they've been, as if they're experts, essentially, right? As if they're experts trying to experts teaching other people how to make money online. And here's the thing, they've never done it themselves. So essentially you get into a scenario where it's kind of like the blind leading the blind, so to speak. Okay. And if you are an absolute beginner, right, you're probably wondering, okay, well, Christian, if you can't, if you're saying that you can make, there's a way to make sales without showing proof of sales, proof of your own sales, then how do you do it? Okay. And essentially, you want to take the approach of a student, right, or like the journalist, that type of stuff, right? Because obviously, let's just say the particular, a case in point, for example, right, the one that I have linked in the description below this video, right? In fact, the two that I have, in fact, yeah, let's just say the two that I have linked in the description below this video, right? One of them is teaching you how to make money on how to grow an account on Threads and generate sales with it. And then the other one is it's like a foundational course, general foundational course on digital marketing on various different social media platforms: Instagram, Pinterest, I'm sure TikTok, YouTube, right? They're all in there, okay? And case in point, if you've never made any sales with those products, because when you see a lot of the people that are making a lot of sales, if you go on Instagram, the way they are enticing, getting a lot of people to also purchase the course is basically flashing income claims, so to speak. Let's just put it that way, okay? And I get it. I understand that is a huge driver, right? The fact of the matter is, if you do show lots of income proof and all that type of stuff, that does tend to drive up sales, okay? That does, but that's now when we start doing all that, now you start getting into some like sticky areas as far as like the law goes and legality and dealing with the FTC and all that type of stuff, which that is a discussion for a completely different video. I'm not looking to get into all that right now. I'm no legal expert or anything like that, right? But like I was saying, the way to go about it, right, is you can take the approach of like the student or like the journalist who's just basically showcasing the product, showcasing the product. And when I say journalistic approach, is like, okay, well, there's been all this buzz about this particular product that's teaching a lot of people how to make money with digital marketing, affiliate marketing, right? And everybody's raving about it and all that. So let's see whether this course is really worth the noise, right? And all that type of stuff. And now everybody has different work ethics, right? But anyway, the approach is you're just basically saying, okay, right, you're going to go into it. Let's see whether all this stuff that people are saying about is actually true, right? And let's put these, all these methods that are being taught and the strategies to the test, right? We're going to put these to the test. We're going to put and see how they perform, right? Based on what the course is teaching. And so we'll look to, essentially you're just trying to showcase and document whether everything that they teach in there is actually legit, so to speak, okay? And in the course of doing that, you're going to build rapport, right? You're going to come across as a lot more authentic, a lot more trustworthy, right? If you're taking that approach and just acknowledging the fact that you're no expert, right? You're just trying this just the same way that they would try it. So now you have this relatability aspect, right? They look at what you're doing and they feel like, oh, now like I can relate to this guy, right? This is somebody just like me and who doesn't really know what's what, but he's trying or she's trying. And if you try and then they see it work and it's like, oh man, like if it could work for him, like then it could probably work for me, right? So that's essentially that's how I would go about it. Okay, that's how I would go about it, and that is exactly what I'm going to be doing. I did mention come May 12th or so, I'm going to start basically going to start kind of like a series, right? Highlighting the courses that I talked about that are linked in the description below this video, and I'm just going to take that approach of going through them and like putting the methods that are taught in there like to the test and see if they work. And here's the interesting part: I'm not necessarily going to be doing it with the intent of selling the course itself, right? Even though I know as a byproduct I probably will end up getting some sales, even though that's not the focus, right? I'm going to be using what's taught in those courses to promote a different product in a different niche altogether, right? And see if this stuff actually works, right? Now, in the back of my mind, to me, I already know that it works, right? This is just more so for content for the YouTube channel, and not only that, I know that I'm trying to document stuff for myself anyway. Okay, so if I'm doing it for myself, documenting my journey, like it's like you're shooting two birds with one stone, right? So I'm documenting for myself, and then I'm also having the added benefit of using it as content for the YouTube channel. And it's the type of stuff that I know people actually like. They like to see real stuff, not any of this fake how to make, these videos that you see with all the big gurus, like how to make $500 a day or $1,000 a day on YouTube and all that, and it's just generic information with no hardcore proof of the fact that what they're doing is the results that they're getting are as a result of what they're telling you in the video of how to achieve said results, right? So, but anyway, that's basically that. I'm gonna go ahead, between now and then, I'm just gonna go ahead and just start putting stuff together. Like, I'll show like how I'm going about doing everything based on what I'm learning, or at least what I'm seeing through the courses, in essence. Okay, so anyway, that's that. If you have any questions, comments, or suggestions, as always, put them in the comment section below. I will be sure to respond. And if you want to check out those courses for yourself, first link in the description below this video is the one that I'm going through right now and implementing, learning how to grow a Threads account and monetize it. And then the other one is for the other social media platforms, primarily Instagram, and then all the others, right? I'll go into depth. I'll probably at some point do like a full-on review of each one of these. So if you are interested, you will be able to see what's going on the inside before you go ahead and take the plunge, okay? Thank you ever so much for watching, and I will catch you in my next video. Ciao.